Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the World Football Summit podcast. I'm your host, Jaime, CMO at World Football Summit. In today's episode, we continue celebrating female leadership in football as we welcome Rocío Ruiz-Berdejo, Head of Marketing at Real Betis, to the show. In case you were not yet aware, Real Betis has become probably a landmark example in the realm of sustainability. Rocío is passionate about sports and sustainability, which makes her a perfect fit for the job. In the conversation, we talk about the origins of the sustainability program at Real Betis and the challenges they had to overcome. Second, how they are involving fans, partners, and even other clubs in Europe in their initiatives. Finally, the mindset with which football industry leaders should approach sustainability. And remember, as part of our focus on highlighting the remarkable effort some female leaders are putting in to shape the future of football, we have launched a special ticket for female leaders in sports, which grants you access to exclusive workshops with other industry leaders, unique discounts, and much more. If you are looking to take that next step in your sports industry career, this is your chance. Head over to www.worldfootballsummit.com. Again, that's www.worldfootballsummit.com and submit your request. And with that, enjoy this Sports Business Masterclass with Rocío Ruiz-Berdejo from Real Betis. Well, Rocío, thank you so much for joining us at the World Football Summit podcast. It is great to have you to learn more about your role at Real Betis. I'm really looking forward to this conversation.
Thank you very much for having me here. This is such an amazing experience. Please start.
Sure, let's get to it. So can you briefly introduce yourself? And I want to know, why is it that you do what you do?
Well, my name is Rocío. I'm a sports lover. Since I was a kid, I have practiced a lot of sports: golf, tennis, football, basketball. So I just wanted to know that I want to focus my career in terms of sports. So now I work in the marketing department of Real Betis Balompié, and I run the basketball marketing department and also the sustainability area. So it's a huge opportunity to develop my career.
You do a lot of things, Rocío, for sure. And today we're going to focus a lot on the sustainability piece because it's one of the strong areas that Betis is known for. But in your case, why are you a big believer in sustainability?
Well, I think that sustainability is like a fight that we have to work together. It's not a competence between who is more sustainable than others. It's just a common fight. Here in the sports industry, specifically in the football area, we have such a great experience to take advantage of the players and how powerful are the chance to take and to spread the sustainability opportunities.
Nice. And actually, I think we can get to it and start the conversation here. What was the trigger that made Real Betis, as a club, as an organization, start embracing sustainability?
Well, it starts like 4 years ago, just before the pandemic. We have a great relationship with United Nations, and they offer us to join the program Climate Neutral Now. So we were in our shirt the Climate Neutral Now brand, and also we start develop a lot of actions, and then we say, okay, we are focusing in sustainability. Why don't start a program, our own program? And the first idea was called the Green Team. But then we were developing the idea, what is the common thing between a Betis fund and sustainability that is forever. So that's how we started the Forever Green name, and now it's almost 2 years and a half running this program. We are #1 in sustainability in Spain, so we are very, very happy.
And it's a landmark program in Europe, I would say, because we've also had Ashley from Istanbul, Barakshir, here in the podcast, talking about sustainability, and she made reference to the Forever Green program as well, no? What are the main pillars of the sustainable strategy of the club? Anything that stands out?
Yes, well, first of all, we want to be reference in the world, not just in Spain. So that's why the relationship that you mentioned before with Ashley from Istanbul Basaksehir, because we want to be in some countries. And also we are focusing in the area of recycling, in mobility, and also in environment. They are like our pillars.
Okay, good. Well, pretty much the full scope. And I'm always curious because it's one thing as an organization to embrace sustainability, and you yourself, how do you engage with fans around your sustainable efforts?
You know, it's hard. For us, it's very hard because unfortunately, fans are not getting used to the sustainability world, and they are little by little, so we have to find incentives to them. Like, for example, we give to the fans promotional code to come to the stadium in sustainability ways, like, for example, scooters or electric bikes or sharing cars. So we provide to them promotional codes to come. Or also we organize raffles if you come in a sustainable ways, or if you are recycling. You know, we're trying to incentivize them, no, with prices.
Okay, and in that regard, well, part of the Forever Green program last year, you had a match against Athletic Bilbao, and this year you're repeating that match against Espanyol, no? So I don't know if you can share a little bit about what that game is about, but more importantly, what have you learned from last year's match that you're applying to this year?
Well, for us, it was a challenge, no? Because it was the first sustainability game that we organized, and there were almost 15 different actions to develop sustainability. And this year we are preparing like 10 more actions. So it's going to be fun. We are preparing since sustainability ways to come, also a sustainability fan zone. We are playing with recycling shirts. We are doing a very, very original action with the necks of the goals.
Okay.
Also, we are preparing recycling bottles. So, you know, but the most important thing is that we are doing our best efforts to reduce the footprint. Okay. So we have to reduce the CO2 in emissions, and that's our goal.
And that's what I was going to ask, no? Because, I mean, from the looks of it, you have a, let's say, 360 plan with all the actions that you're doing. Are there any, let's say, specific goals you're trying to hit, or is just trying to improve the or the reduction of the carbon footprint versus the game last year?
Well, of course, we have this goal, no, to reduce the carbon footprint emissions from last year, but also to create a conscious awareness in our fans, no, that they were aware of the real problem of the environment, and that's the most important thing for us. And also to be transparent with the society, to do the things all right in a good way. Don't do greenwashing stuff or pretend to be the most green team. No, we want to do the things, and also if we can find allies to fight together, it's our objective. So also I think that this could be a good opportunity if anyone is listening to me from any other club to join this initiative and to be part of this program.
Well, to your point before that, it's important that point you mentioned about greenwashing. Because it's out there now, and it's good to tackle it with the authenticity and just really being conscious of the efforts you can make as an organization, and do your best effort. And you were talking about now involving other clubs and partners. So in that regard, I want to understand, taking a step back from the game, how are you involving other football clubs or your commercial partners in your sustainability strategy?
Well, first, we start involve our sponsors, telling the program, offering them some sustainability activities. But now this year is incredible. Like every partner wants to do sustainability actions. Everyone wants to join the Forever Green Games. So for us, it's a little bit crazy because we have to find activities for everyone. It's a huge opportunity. And also we are taking advantage of our European Leagues games that they are taking place this year. Every team in our group wants to join the program. In fact, we did things with the Ludogorets in Bulgaria, and also with Rome, that we planted a tree in Rome, and we did some cool actions. And now we are preparing some activities in Manchester for the game that we are taking in a couple of days. So we are very, very excited about that, because Manchester is one of the biggest clubs in Europe. So having the chance to do things with them, so it's going to be amazing.
Indeed. And that's the best sign of you doing things well. When at the beginning, probably you were looked at like, oh, well, look at these guys, what are they doing? And now you're getting calls from clubs like Manchester, like Roma, trying to get involved. So congratulations on that, really. There's nothing really left to say there, no? So, and I guess you're also getting similar reactions from brands trying to enter the space.
Yes, for sure. Indeed, we have a brand that it's called Café Templo, and it's related with coffee, and they weren't a sponsor before that, and now they are very involved in the program. They are doing some activities with us. In fact, tomorrow we have an action in our arch that we have, recollecting vegetables, and also we are doing a plantation. So it's very nice seeing how the partners are asking to collaborate with us, and also they are involved in our sustainability program. So it's amazing.
Nice. That's great to hear. And I want to ask you, Rocío, why should football industry leaders that haven't done so yet embrace sustainability? What steps should they take if they want to do? They want to adopt the journey towards becoming more sustainable.
Well, it's an interesting question, because for us, we also asking this question. So what are the steps we have to follow, or what are we doing? We are specialists in sports marketing. We don't have idea from sustainability. So my very first advice, it will be okay. I have to talk with someone that knows about the matter, no? So the first thing that we did was talk with a sustainability company here in Seville called E34. And now they provide us all the information, like technically information, to develop all the activities, because we have the creative position to invent and to develop activities, but they say, okay, you are doing a great job, but why? Why are you doing this? How many tons of CO2 are you gonna reduce? So you have to follow the way, always with someone that can help you, no, to follow through. So that's my very first advice. And then the second, I will say that don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be different, and don't be afraid to do things that never happens before, because this is a world that is growing so much. Look at us. We are in the top positions, and we start from nothing. It's true that we are wearing the green shirt. Possibly this could be like a sign that we have to be in the green way, but it's just a start, and then everything.
But I agree. You have to start somewhere. Just take these first steps and be able or be willing to learn, to try new things, to, you know, make mistakes and just keep improving, no? And there are the results, really. I mean, that's really
exactly. First, the first activities, we were like, okay, what are we doing? Is that okay? Of course that we commit mistakes, for sure. But now we felt strong, no? So that's the best thing.
And I imagine you have a lot of friction from fans, stakeholders, people within the club, like trying to, like, probably questioning. So it's a strong sign of leadership that, hey, you believe in this as a club, as an organization, it's within your values, and you're going to keep pushing, even if at the beginning things are not, let's say, performing as well as one would have hoped for. So again, it's good to be resilient when you really believe in what you think is important, no? So again, congratulations. Now, it is true that Real Betis has become a benchmark for other football clubs and people within the industry, but I want to flip that around. Is there another organization or a brand maybe that you look up to in the realm of sustainability, someone that you're taking their example to follow it?
For sure. So I'm all day searching on LinkedIn, what are they doing, what other teams doing, following all the sustainability managers from all around the world. So I think that benchmarking is essential in this world. And I'm going to be sincere, the idea from the first sustainability game in the Spanish league, I was on LinkedIn and I saw the Carbon Zero game that it took place between Tottenham and Chelsea.
No?
So I took the idea from there. And I read the actions that they did, and I say, okay, we can do that, but also we can flip up and do these things. And now we are doing that. So I assume that sustainability is very related with the creative. So I think the benchmarking, as you say, is crucial. So for me, I follow what the Green Forest Rover do.
I was going to say that they were one of the clubs that, or they actually the club that has been recognized as a benchmark to follow by the United Nations. No, and to your point, I think we have to realize that in this regard, it's okay to actually copy other clubs and other organizations and build on top of that, so that all of us keep improving. Because at the end of the day, this is not a competition among clubs. This is a competition it's a race against climate. So the more we build up on top of our efforts, the better, no? So why do you believe football has a unique position to be a driver of change and create positive social impact?
Well, football has the key of everything. Football has a power. It's a speaker. The players are influencer for society, so we have to take advantage of that. And also in Betis, we are very lucky because all of our players are very focusing in the sustainability problem. So if we ask, for example, Borja Iglesias, hey Borja, please, can you record a message to encourage our fans to use the scooters to come to the stadium? For example, we are doing a campaign in Manchester to reduce the garbage that we will produce in the fan zone. So we are gonna give to the fans a plastic bag for the garbage. So, hey Borja, or hey Aitor, or Canales, Sergio, could you record a message to the fans, or would you mind if you can wear our bag that we have done with recycling shirts from other years? And they were, oh, really? You did that? Oh, of course, I'm going to post on my social media. So, as I mentioned before, the players and all the football industry has the key to everything. Because...
And in your case, I must say that it's just worth admiring how much the players actually get involved in all of the social initiatives that you have. I'm thinking back to the campaign you did for the world's most inclusive match, where you actually broke the record. And I remember there was a video with Borja and Sergio, not only before the match, trying to raise awareness around the game, but also during the match, meeting with fans and, really taking time to get to know them. No? So that's really nice to see, and I think it's one of the keys to your success for sure.
Sure, and also, Jaime, it's curious because the inclusive games, it was the 7th year that we have been doing the game, but the great difference was the communication. So for this campaign, we did a huge work, and also we have more than 1,000 ticket season holders with a disability. So we have a very inclusive club. That's because of the players and how they act. I don't know if you see the video after the game with Borja talking with the blind guy that he came with his dog to the stadium. So that's these little things and these little moments, and also how the players feel this thing, no?
That was a beautiful video, and I was going to say, you could actually see the authenticity of Borja, of actually feeling and being emotional about that encounter. So that was great to see, honestly, and we will link in the show notes because I think it's worth seeing for sure. Rocío, one last question, because I understand you have to go soon. During all this time, what has been the project or the moment that you're most proud of? Anyone that stands out?
Oof. Wow. There were too many moments, but I will say after the Forever Green game last year, that we won against Athletic de Bilbao, how we did everything. It was like that's serious, no? That we are doing a really good job. But then when I realized in these couple of months that every team wants to do things with us. Also, it's a great moment. But for me, the best moment was like 2 years ago when everything started, no? When we did the launch with La Liga, and also our president, the Betis president, and the La Liga president wants to join the program, how they encourage us. So for me, it was the best moment. But I'm totally sure that there will be very great moments in the future.
Oh, that's for sure. And I think, to your point, I think the best reward is the influence Real Betis is creating across the industry, across the world. So it's just great to see. And I'm sure you will see many more great moments in the future. Rocío, thank you so much for joining us. One final question from our side, which is, where can people learn more about you or all the initiatives that Real Betis is carrying out?
Well, they can follow me on LinkedIn, Rocío Ruiz-Berdejo, and also if you follow the Forever Green Wedge page, you can see all the initiatives. Keep posted because we are very active in social media, and also if you have any initiative or any idea, you are more than welcome to write me.
Fantastic, Rocío. Thank you so much. I look forward to welcome you again to the show, so you can keep telling us about all of your initiatives. And meantime, again, congratulations for everything that you're doing, and thank you.
Thank you, Jaime.
And there you have her, Rocío Ruiz-Berdejo, Head of Marketing at Real Betis, with a masterclass on leading sustainability at a football club. What were the key takeaways for me? First, sustainability is something we need to tackle together. It is not a competition between teams. In that sense, don't be afraid to build on the ideas of others. Second, Real Betis has strong ambitions. They want to be a reference in the world when it comes to sustainability. Third, sometimes you just need to start, despite not being perfect. It was little by little that Betis started to launch initiatives, learned from each one, and that has led them to where they are today. Is there anything else that stood out for you? If so, please reach out across social media and let us know. And remember, you can subscribe and rate the podcast on the platform of your choice, and you can also share it with other colleagues in the industry. Remember to follow along as we invite more amazing guests that will help us celebrate female leadership in football. Nothing else from my side. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the World Football Summit podcast. Have a great rest of your day, and we hope to see you next time.